Callie's Take. If you haven't already, please like, subscribe, also hit the notification bell so you can get the newest content first. But hey, let's just go ahead and jump right in. Honestly, at this point, I really don't know what the hell the Clippers are doing. I really don't. I don't know what they're doing right now because I looked on a few sites. Mainly I was reading, Bleacher Report. You can check that out yourself, as always. But when I was reading Bleacher Report and a couple other sites, now I'm hearing trade scenarios for Kyle Lowry, along with, Mike Conley and Fred VanVleet. And some other names are out there too as well. Honestly, I just don't know what the Clippers are doing. I really don't know where their direction is, where they're trying to go, where they're heading, and what their overall goal is or end game is. I just don't understand it, and I really just don't understand, what their process is. I mean, to me, you have all the pieces you need. Honestly, everybody was saying that before the beginning of the season. I said it. Many others said it. Many other analysts said it. Fans, whoever you want to say, a lot of people were saying the same thing. And it's like now that things aren't going the way they had planned it, now it's like you're hearing more speculation about other people, in the mix. And honestly, the Kyle Lowry thing is really mind-boggling to me because, first of all, they had a chance to possibly get Kyle Lowry way before now, along with Mike Conley, maybe even possibly Fred VanVleet. And, they didn't even try to go after those trades. They kind of let those trades go. And to me, Kyle Lowry, I don't know if he's uncomfortable in the situation where he's at in Miami. He just doesn't really look the same. It could just be the fact that Kyle Lowry's getting older. You know what I'm saying? So if you try to go after Kyle Lowry now, what Kyle Lowry are you getting? To me, 2019 was the last of Kyle Lowry really playing at a high level. I mean, I think he did play good last season, I think, with the Miami Heat. I'm not going to lie, but or this past season or whatever. But I mean, regardless, he is getting older. So, trading for somebody who's older, who's about to be out their prime, and you don't know how much they can give you and how much they really have left as a player. I mean, it's really a risk if you do that. Mike Conley, I think he would be a good pickup. He is a little bit older too, but I still see him playing pretty fairly decent, for his age and everything. The last several weeks I've been watching the Miami Heat. I haven't really seen much from Kyle Lowry. I haven't seen him play a lot myself in a while, just watching, Miami Heat games that come on TV and stuff like that. But I mean, I don't know. I just feel like the Clippers are just, going around in circles. You hear all these speculations about Mike Conley, Kyle Lowry, Fred VanVleet, all these other people, but it's like they're not pulling the trigger on anybody. And, the Clippers, they one thing they got to understand, it's championship or bust for you. It's nothing else. You got Kawhi, you got PG, you got a point guard in John Wall. You got, other pieces, other wing players. You got to find a way to make it work. Sometimes making trades is a good thing, but sometimes I think it's overrated. And a lot of people don't say that because a lot of NBA fans or fans out there in general think a trade is going to make all the world difference and make a team so much better. Yeah, it can, but there's a possibility that it might not because, you have to build chemistry with that guy, with that person on the team. You see what I'm saying? Chemistry is everything. So it's like if you're not building chemistry, if you don't have that camaraderie, if that chemistry is not going to be built in time with that new acquisition that you have, then it doesn't matter whether you made a trade or not. The chemistry won't build in time enough for you to make a run to get a championship because now you might be sitting at home when you see somebody else or other teams advance further in the playoffs. So sometimes keeping what you have is really a good thing. Now, I will say this. I do think, my personal opinion, I think Marcus Morris' time with the Clippers has been over with. That's just me personally. You might think differently, and I respect it if you do, but I just think Marcus Morris' time has been over with, and I feel like if they can find somebody, maybe in place of him or maybe somebody else they might want to trade to bring in a valuable piece, then that's fine. Go ahead and do that. But if you're not going to make the trade, if you're just going to stick with the same team that you have, then don't put the speculation out there. Keep it at what you have. You know what I'm saying? Because what you have is really good enough to win it. You got all the pieces you need. You got a point guard. You got wings. You got a decent bench. You got a superstar in Kawhi Leonard. You got a all-star in Paul George, a good second player. You got pieces. You got pieces all around. You got guys who can contribute and put up big numbers. You got guys who can come in and, make life difficult for other teams, but you have to put it all together. And the one thing, the Clippers, I don't care if you make a trade or not, but if your main guys, core guys are not healthy, what is a trade going to do? You see what I'm saying? So it's like, and either they do make a trade, who are they trading for? I mean, who are you letting go to get the trade? It's just so many questions and so many variables, with the Clippers. It's kind of like, very condescending to me at this point, because it's like, dude, you got all the pieces you need. You just need to find a way to keep them on the floor. Maybe you need better massage therapists. I don't know what you need. Maybe you need better conditions at practice. I mean, I don't know what it is. I'm just making up stuff at this point. But it's really just getting irritating. You got a lot of pieces now. You got a lot of pieces that are good. You got a lot of pieces that are adequate enough to win. And you're not winning because they can't stay healthy. And the fact they can't stay healthy, who knows why that is? But regardless, the Clippers, if they're going to make a move, go ahead and make it. If you're not going to make it, then stop, letting these reports and some of these things seep out there. These little subliminal messages getting put out there by Ty Lue and other people in the front office and people around the Clippers camp. Stop all this stuff and just go out there and play basketball, because really, like I said, it's championship or bust for you. And, Kawhi, PG, these guys got options on their contract where they can walk either this off season if they don't win a championship, or next. So it's like, you got to be wary of all this stuff. You got to think about all this stuff. You got to put things in perspective, and you got to make them as happy as possible, and you got to try to keep them as healthy as possible. And I understand the Clippers some of these things are out of their control. I do understand that, but at the same time, some of these things are within your control. Gotta have more, understanding. Everybody needs to be on the same page. And I feel like the Clippers really aren't on the same page as a team. They win through their talent. They win through the fact that they are a good team. In regards to having a lot of pieces, but they're not winning the way they're supposed to and playing the way they're supposed to due to the lack of chemistry. And I say this so much, I feel like it's a broken record, but if they're not going to build the chemistry, it doesn't matter about what trade they make. It's not going to work if everybody's not all in, if everybody's not on the same page, and everybody is not healthy. So, honestly, I feel like the Clippers really need to either make a move or not. We've been hearing speculation about Mike Conley and all these people for the last year or two. If you're going to make the move and pull the trigger on somebody like that, go ahead and do it. Don't go get John Wall in substitute of going out, when you can get a point guard more of your liking, because apparently I don't know if John Wall is their cup of tea or their liking, because I'm hearing a lot of reports about John Wall being disgruntled with the organization and vice versa. I just don't speak on it too much because I really can't get, no validity or no valid statements in regards to that. But I've heard a lot of things in regards to a lot of back and forth between John Wall and this organization. And the Clippers, one thing a lot of people said, including myself, the last few years, they need a point guard. They need somebody to anchor their offense and get everybody in their sets how they're supposed to be and play at a certain level. But, John Wall is supposed to be that. And like I said, I haven't seen enough from John Wall to really say. So far, it hasn't been that exciting with John Wall. I've seen moments with John Wall. I haven't seen enough consistency with John Wall, which is my problem. But, as I said before, he's never been a championship caliber player. He's always been a good player, close to great player, when he was healthy on the Wizards. But he was never one of them type players that can get you over the hump to me. And his basketball IQ is just high enough to be in the NBA. It's not like, exceeding expectations type IQ, like, LeBron James or Luka Doncic or somebody like that. You know what I'm saying? So, or hell, IQ like even, a basketball IQ like, Kawhi Leonard, even though Kawhi Leonard doesn't pass the way he does. But having that high basketball IQ gets you a lot of places. And, it gets you somewhere in your career when you really have it, because it makes you stand out amongst a lot of other players. But my point is, John Wall is a good talent, and he's good enough to be on the Clippers. To me, if he's healthy and playing well and engaged, to help them do something possibly, because they got a lot of other pieces that can make up for some of his issues. And one of his biggest issues, he can't score, or shoot. But I mean, he can score a little bit still. So I mean, it's like, I don't know, like, why are they looking for point guards when they already have one? And is another point guard going to step in? Is it going to be another situation where they might have problems with him? I mean, I'm just not sure where the Clippers' direction is right now. Only thing I know is they better figure out a way to get it all, down packed, because the season is still here. You're still in it. You still have to go through it, and it's halfway through the season or a little bit more. And you really need to be a little bit more concise on your approach as a team, what your direction is, what your identity is as a team, and what you're going to do going forward to better your situation, to make you a dominant championship team that a lot of people think that you are. So, I mean, I don't know what the Clippers are going to do, but I just hope they do something soon. Just put out a statement saying we're not going to make a trade, or go after somebody and get somebody else in there who you think that can make your chances a little bit more better in regards to winning a championship. Because right now it's looking real slim. It's looking real dim to me in regards to the Clippers. I see Kawhi Leonard, shout out to my boy, my favorite player, playing better, getting his stride, as much as he can. Paul George trying to get back into rhythm as much as he can due to the hamstring. I just don't know. Like I said, I'm tired of the speculation. I'm tired of all that. I just want to see whether they can win it or not, and really build this team the way they're supposed to. You got all the pieces you need. If you need another big man, which I wouldn't, mind if they got another big man. If you need that, go after that. If you need a point guard, you feel like you need that, go after that. Stop the talking and go out there and put the work in. Actions speak louder than words. So if you need these pieces, go out there and go get them, and stop doing all this talking. Because, I mean, talking is not getting you nowhere except being at home, not winning a championship, which the Clippers have seen throughout their whole lifetime as a team in the NBA. So if you want to make things different, then you need to make things happen, and you need to make them happen soon. And that's it. But hey, that's my take on everything. Leave any comments in the comment section. Check out my other videos if you haven't. And hey, till next time.